Thank you everyone for this outpouring of love and support. It is very touching to know how loved he is. This week has been a big challenge, and that has led to tremendous opportunity for growth and clarity. I firmly believe that life gives us exactly what we need, and I know I will come out of this better and more equipped to thrive. Dr. K was born with a heart defect, a hernia, had a terrible diet as a child, and was bullied relentlessly in high school. But all of those challenges led him down a path that made him the great man he became. He decided to define himself as the conquering hero rather than the pitiful victim. And I always respect him for that, for this example. A former head of the Theosophical Society, Krishnamurti, famously professed to die in every moment, which to many in the West sounds morbid and depressing. But what he meant by this was to reflect on the inevitability of it often, so that death eventually can be like an old friend rather than the ultimate enemy. Through this practice, one can free themselves from fear and open the door to a conscious and beautiful life in death. Living in fear of an inevitable aspect of life prevents us from truly experiencing the full gamut of life experiences. This, for me, is what the ancient saying, "Everyone dies, but not everyone truly lives," means. And I know for a fact my father did not live in fear. He had many accidents on his motorcycle, broken bones, road rash, trauma, never kept him from getting back on the saddle. I consider him a rebel in the best sense of the word. He consistently went against convention, walked to the beat of his own drum, whether it was politics, medicine, finances, spirituality, fashion, medicine, I already said that, or anything else. This may not have made for the easiest life at times, but he understood that being true to thyself is more important than fitting the mold. He had a literal hands-on approach. He started with, did I miss one? He had a literal hands-on approach. He started with diet, lifestyle changes, intended to use herbs and supplements and homeopathy rather than complete reliance on pharmaceuticals. I believe he took the Hippocratic Oath seriously and lived by its words as a physician. He fostered real relationships with his patients, which was a throwback to an era when doctors were more like family members. This way of being, as wonderful as it is, has ultimately led to events that brought about his demise. But I do not fault him for living and practicing medicine by his very lofty ideals. He lived a virtuous and benevolent life and did his best to project that into the world that seemingly has forgotten what's really important in life. He was a shining beacon of light in a world starving for light bearers. I am honored to be his son and bear witness to his accomplishments. I only wish I could have done more to help him in his time of need. Though I will not live in regret, I live in the peace of knowing it is all perfect. I will live in the divinity of the here and now only. Thank you.